So last session we started working with the option that is model. So we learned about alerts and model. So model and in model, actually not only in model, what happens here is generally in the Bootstrap latest version onwards, some new changes in the jQuery. They made some changes in the jQuery, so we need little new option to handle here. So what we have to do is, let's open that file here. Yeah. Yes. So what happened is generally everything is same, similar options. Bootstrap here, Bootstrap 5 jQuery. We are learning about model. Yeah, all options are same. Only one point here is in jQuery, some changes are made. They made this Bootstrap bundle jQuery in such a way that the jQuery will take control of your body section. The jQuery is going to take control of your body section. So to take control of the body section, generally you have to, they made some change in this file, jQuery file. What they have done is they designed this file in such a way that it's take control at the time of loading the page. That means it is not loaded into memory. Instead of loading into memory, it will load into the page directly. So that means this jQuery file is not loading into memory directly. It is means memory of the browser first. Directly it is going to take control over the body section. That is the reason whatever you keep inside the body section in the new version onwards. So one small change. What is that change is? So it is recommended. Others okay, but majority of options recommended that the new version. So keep all your scripts script in body section. So because root element is configured as body. Generally root element is configured as body. Then when body is ready, so when body is ready, then only Bootstrap jQuery will be ready. So this is the change they have made in jQuery. This is the change they have made in the scripts. That means make sure that so your all Bootstrap related scripts, Bootstrap related any script, if you are trying, keep that script inside the body section. So in the body section, anywhere you can keep. Generally, so you can keep at the end of, near the end of body section. Near the end of body section, you can keep. Near the end of body section means here. Before that, you can add. That is only the change you have to do. Everything will be fine, right? But this is not required in older version, because in the older version, they designed the jQuery in such a way that it will take control from the head section. But now they designed in such a way that the interactions will start when body is ready. So that is the reason. So this change you have to do. For CSS, no problem. CSS can be in head section. So, and jQuery keep in the body section. That will be enough. So let's design now doc type HTML head title. So model, and here we have link relation is equal to style sheet. Link href is equal to, so node modules. So bootstrap this CSS bootstrap.css, that is okay. And script files keep in the body section. At the end of body section, here we have to keep the script. It is recommended to define that script source is equal to, so you can keep anywhere in the body, it doesn't matter. So better we keep at the end of the body section so that it will not disturb the other design. So script source is equal to, one is you need so bootstrap node modules. In the node modules, jQuery, this jQuery.js, this is first. And after that, we need to create a script source. Another one is node modules, bootstrap. So this JS, in that bootstrap bundle.js, scripts are same. Only the location of the script so change. That is only the difference. So you need to make here in the Bootstrap 5 version onwards, you need to make sure that you are doing this, right? Now, how to design the model? What are the classes for the model? So generally, so Bootstrap 5 model. So here one option is, so always keep all your jQuery files. So in body section, at the end of body, in body section at the end of body. So that is important. And what you need to do now extra is one more you have to handle here is you need to manage. So model classes are same. So no change in the model classes. The model classes, no change, everything same. So we have an option called so model, and we have like model dialog. So we have option like so model content, okay, and we have like model header and model body and model footer. So footer, these are the important options. These basically enough. Some options they are deprecating, so they made this as footer as optional. All are optional according, if you want divisions, then you have to keep. These three are mandatory. Header, body, your wish. If you want to keep heading section, body section separately, you keep header and body. Usually we will have header and body. Footer is made as optional. You can ignore that. So footer is not required. So here you see now we are designing a simple so class as container fluid, and let's keep a div here and a class as so margin top as 3, and we will keep one button here as login, and class is equal to btn and btn primary, and inside this we will keep a div, and here we have a class called model. Model have an ID as login model. This is a login model, and in this model we will have a class as a model dialog. That is very important. Order model dialog. Inside that we will have a class another div class model content. Okay. Inside the model content, you have to design the class model header. And in that I keep a heading. So user login. Okay. And here we need to keep, so another div. So the class as model body. Okay. Another div. So inside this body, you can add a form. So we can use here a data list with a data term, username, text box, input type is equal to text. Forms, we will see how we can design in a different approach here. Another data term is password. Inside body, you can put anything. So input type is equal to password. Okay. So, and here we are adding a footer. This is div, another class as model footer. In the model footer, we will keep a board or say, so, okay, login. So the class is equal to BTN and BTN primary. And another button as class is BTN and BTN danger, and we put as cancel. Okay. Usually this is the model design. All options are same, so no change in them. And only the point is initially on the button click, we want to launch this login. On the button click, we need to get that login. So when I click on this login, so it should open that model. Then here we have to add the options, data, BS. So we have to use the option toggle. What to toggle? Model to toggle. Okay, which model? So data, so BS, and target. Target is equal to, it should toggle that hash login. That is the login screen, it should toggle. That's the option. All options are same, no change in that. Just they made some change in the script handling. This login will get a login screen automatically. So that is working fine. So, and I click outside, then it will come back. So actually everything same. Everything same. You see the bootstrap dot the bootstrap here, the CSS here, go to the package JSON. In the package JSON, the bootstrap, the version is 5, jQuery is 3. And we are including that bootstrap here. This is the bootstrap file we saw. So in JS, this bootstrap.js file will be there. This JS bootstrap.js file will be there. This is 5 version bootstrap. Here what they have done is they created a simple combination in such a way that the script will take control of the body section directly. They designed the library in that way. That means they made some change in the library. So it is recommended so to use all the scripts, jQuery and the bootstrap scripts inside the body section, and better to keep at the end of the body section. Already I told you 2 locations are there. So in the head section, in the body section, we can keep the scripts and styles. So in 5 version, they strictly recommend this. And yesterday we saw some error happening saying that I am unable to recognize the root element. And because they made the root element as body element, and the script is loading before the body is loaded. That is the reason if I keep these scripts in the head section as older version, in older version, we keep the scripts in the head section actually. And when we do that here, so in the login, it's not working. That is the error it is showing yesterday. That means it says that so I am unable to recognize the root element. Actually, root element problem is coming. That means they designed a new jQuery for the new version, which takes control of the body section directly. That is the reason. So we have to keep these scripts. You have to keep these scripts. So in you can keep outside HTML also, but not recommended. I told you that as experts keep outside also, but not recommended, but this is the way. And now your model is working fine. So model gives a pop-up like this, and you can so click and select. And we need some buttons also inside, and model immediately appearing. Then what you can do is for model, you can use an option fade. When you use an option fade, then it will slowly slide up like this. And it will slowly hide like this. It will have a little animation, slide options will be displayed there. You can use, this is the original size here. This is how it is displaying. Now you can make the model dialog. So model dialog centered. Model dialog centered, that means it will keep onto the center of the page. That will be centered. If you want anything to keep center, you have to just use that center. And we need a close option also. Login code you can write later in JavaScript, and cancel it should close. Or we want a close button. Initially it closes when you click inside the backdrop. So we can add a close button in the head section. So I can use a button here, and you know that class as BTN, and BTN close is the new one. And this will add a close button there. So a close button is there. Position where you want to keep it. So that means after the heading or before the heading, you can keep at the position where you required. It will come in this way. So in the header section. Now on this button click, it should close. Then we have to use an option. So data BS dismiss. Data dismiss, we have to use so model. It should dismiss the model. That means the current model will be dismissed on the click of close button. It will close it. I can also use this cancel button also to do the same work. Then on cancel button also, we have to use data BS dismiss. Dismiss, it should dismiss the model. So, and it will work for that cancel also. You can have multiple models. That means this is one model for login. You can have multiple models also. You can design multiple models also according to your requirement. So for example, so I created another button here. So, and class is BTN and BTN primary. And we keep this as register. Okay. And I have a button login and register. And register, I want a different model to come. So this is the login model. So this is the login model we have. And we want another model to design. So we need to configure another model. That means we can keep another model here. So after this model is finished. Actually, nested models are deprecated. Now Bootstrap will not support any nested model, a model inside another model. So earlier people have to design them, but they don't recommend anymore creating of nested models because they cause a lot of user interface problems. That's the reason you need to directly configure this. Okay, now here I'm adding another model. This is one model, and so this is another model. This is, I will keep a comment here. This is the register model. And this is register model. Okay. And this is the login model. So let's create here a simple comment. This is login model. Okay. Model. So here we are creating the register model. Same how we design. So we keep a div and class as model and ID as register. Now some more points you need to understand. I will tell you those also. So here, just this, and what is the hierarchy? In this, we should have a class. So model can have an animation of fade. We need a class. The model class is nothing but we need to keep the class. So model dialog. And in this, we have to keep another. So class, so that is model. So content. And in that, so we have div. So class as a model header. So header. And that is the model header. And generally, when you are dealing with, so model, now configured the model here, heading can be like register new user, and put a button. Class is equal to btn and btn close, and so we will keep another div class as a model, so body. And inside this, so we have a data list with the data term, some username. So data definition input type is equal to text. Okay, like this we have so many things. That means sometimes so many options will be there. Sometimes so many options is there. That means like password. So like say mobile. So like email. Mobile, like email, like this, so many options are there, like date of birth, something. Just I'm designing some options like some address, city, some option like, so postal code, something like this. Now, if there are so many things and it may go more than screen, then model dialog, you can make it model dialog as scrollable. Model dialog scrollable will keep the content scrolling up and down. You can keep the content scrolling up and down. And means by default, it keeps scrollable. And this is the model body section. So once the body is done, so then we have a div. So class as model footer. And in that we have a button. Class as btn and btn primary, and say register. This model should display. And here, every time we don't use buttons only. Sometimes navigation is, sometimes we use links. So register is a link. So usually when you keep link and you want to use that link, generally link have href. But this href should open a model because link is by default clickable. Clickable means data toggle is not required. So why? Because data, actually target toggle, these are two important options. Now this target is not required. Why? Because href is worked as target. Target is not required to write. BS target is not required. You can use href as hash login, hash register. It will open the register dialog. And we can use data BS toggle. It should toggle model. But target not required because in anchors target is defined as href. If you are writing for button, you need BS target. And if you are writing for link, href works as target. So that is important. So here I click on register, then register form will come. It contains a scrollable option automatically. If there are many items, it contains a scroll. Colors and all your wish. You can keep any color. We can keep now close should close. That's also we can do simple. That means here this button should close. That means data BS dismiss model. And you can see that is working fine. Close will close it. And this is on link click. Colors and all your wish. That means what you can do is you can put background. Suppose here, so for model, I am writing like some BG primary, like this model BG primary. So here you see the background primary. But remember, these are for headers, footers separately written perfectly to handle them. So that means actually we use this for header section, separate option, footer separate. So for that we say BG, suppose warning, like this we define for header section. And you see for header section, it will give it. For footer section, a different color. For body, different color. You can change the colors and the other things as you like inside mode. It works like just your general content area. Whatever you want, you can keep. You can keep images inside it. You can keep forms inside it. Anything you can keep inside it. It can be a paragraph, anything you can keep in it. But you need to know how you can manage that by using, these options, right? So that means how we can manage that by using these links. On link click, how you can handle, how you can manage that situation is very important for us. So because link have already target, you need to just define as the target. href, you have to configure that. If you are writing for button, then you have to use target. Otherwise, href is okay. For this link also, you can give button appearance. Like you can see class as btn, and btn, suppose like primary I given, then it looks like a button. It looks like a button only, but it is not button. It is a link. So it is a link. So you can have such type of appearances given for your links also. So usually for link buttons, we give the option like btn link. So it looks like a link buttons. So you should use that link button like this. So that is generally how you handle your model. So everything same, only the BS options are different, rest of options are same. And one more important concept is newly defined here is models have full screens now. Model have full screen models. So we have full screen model. So generally we can use full screen models also. Usually model dialog we have centered. Actually we have so model full screen. Model full screen. This is very much regular in this now. When I click on login, it will open full screen. You can see full screen. It looks like a page now, but it is actually a dialog. When I click the close button, the dialog will close. Sometimes lot of information is present. Normally this is the form model, but login I given a full screen log, because you have a lot of content to show in a dialog. So other than that, user should not see anything else. Then you can use model full screen for that. That will be better for if you want to show the content in a full screen, you can manage that. So that is one important option, how you can manage the models. These are the new models, and new models are same like old model, but just a few changes they made related to the script handling. So that is the reason we need to know how we can manage that here. And what change to keep in the script, I hope everyone understood now. That means, so the new version recommends to keep all your scripts in the body section, understood? Make sure that all your scripts are kept in the body section, So that will make the correct performance of your application. So rest of options are same, only these BS properties are changed. That means the jQuery, so jQuery attributes here we use data, BS, target. This is a very regular option, and data BS toggle, that is an option, and the data BS dismiss. These are the basic things. Target, toggle, and dismiss are the attributes. And this is the example. I will post this example. So this is the new model related example that we designed. So this is in how we can configure the alerts and models. Alerts. So you have seen how we can define the buttons. So alerts, and the model. Difference between alert and model. What is difference between alert and model? I hope by this time you got the clarity. What is difference between alert and model? So the difference between alert and model. So the difference between alert and model is alerts are embedded into the page, right? Alerts are embedded into the page. They don't pop up outside the page. They are embedded into the page. They don't pop up outside the page. And models pop up and display onto the page, right? That's the basic difference you need to understand. Next, after understanding buttons, alerts, and model, you have cards, how you can design the cards. Bootstrap cards. For cards, no change. So all are similar, no change in the cards concept. So Bootstrap 5 cards. So no change in them. All the classes are same. So the classes for the Bootstrap. So classes, CSS classes are same. So for cards, usually we use the class called card, and we use the option like card header, and we have like card body, and we have like card footer. So cards have a special appearances. So we have the options for card. So you can define body, title, text. So according to the content, you can use like a card, card title. So you can use card subtitle. You can use like card link. You can use like card text for displaying titles, subtitles, and text. For images, you have like card image overlay. You have overlay, and we have like card image top. So we have like a card image cap. So we usually use the image caps also. So card image top is used as card image cap here. So we can design the cards with this kind of appearance. And generally all the cards can be kept into one location and defined in one location. That is, we have like card deck. That is nothing but responsive. So you can keep all the options in card deck with responsive. These days, we can design them in the columns, and we can keep in the columns also. Rows and columns we can divide. We can create flexible design, and you can add that. These are the options used for cards. So let's see how we can use them. All are same, no changes in the card. And card doesn't require any jQuery manipulations. They just need presentation. So let's add another file, card.html. These examples all I will upload into the classroom, HTML files also, so that you can get easily. So in the head section, now title some card, and in the link relation is equal to style sheet. So and link href is equal to node modules, that is bootstrap this CSS. So bootstrap dist CSS bootstrap.css. And let's design the body section. Okay, so container fluid. And here we are defining, so the option like card. So div, we will keep a div inside that, we will keep a div that is card. This is card. So this is card, and in the card here I will give an option like just I keep a heading here, heading like cards. So products catalog, something catalog. Okay, and in this card, so card usually have three sections. One is card header, so another one is so card body, and another one is card footer. So we have like card footer. So these are the sections. And in header section, generally, suppose I kept a title, so that is like JBL speaker, then usually we keep the name as class as card title. That is the option. And we have some paragraph here. So 70% off. So with some UPI payment, something like this I defined. And here we are adding, so this class as card, this is as card subtitle. So 70% off on with UPI. Okay. In the card body, I am using an image source is equal to we have assets in that speaker.jpg. Width is some like so 150. So and height is also 150. And generally, so in the footer, so I defined here some button here. So class price, here you can have some price. Suppose in this card body itself, put a paragraph and class as card text. And here I defined as ampersand hash 8377 semicolon some 4500 like. And in the card footer, I have a button like add to cart. So this is like class, so BTN and BTN danger like this. I added here, so BTN danger. Okay, this is basically a card, and it looks like this, and the card appearance looks like this. Header, footer. You can give background colors and all. Already we learned background colors and all. We can keep that. So we can keep the links also. Sometimes what happens is, so here we have another paragraph like more, and usually it is a link actually. So that means anchor. So more, and here more information. So class as a card link, we use like card link. So that is used for displaying that more like option. Initially href is empty. We can navigate to that details link and display there. Now this is only one card you have defined. So similarly, you can add any number of cards. Suppose I am designing another card. This is one card. This is one card, the card one. Okay, I will copy that. I will add another card. Okay, in this card, I changed this to some like casuals. So some 70%, some 40% off. Some title we defined, and here we defined as shoe.jpg. Shoe.jpg, some price is changed. Okay. And here add to cart button is present. This is another card. Every card usually displays one below another. Every card will display one below another. Now what we have done is, so both the cards I kept in a div actually. I can keep this div class as card have a deck, card deck. Card deck will keep all these so in this way. Now here responsive designs will come, and for that, to keep the responsive designs, we have one more to do is flexible. Earlier versions, this card deck is enough. That means it will keep all flexible. But now in the latest versions, what they have done is, so they made change in the displaying. So the displaying, that means what you have to do is you need to keep the contents in a flexible design. That means you have to arrange in rows and columns. So this option has been removed from the latest versions. They removed this card deck behavior. They ask us to design everything in your column classes. They say that this is out of concept now. Earlier versions, this card deck is flexible, automatically arranges everything into side by side, old version that is. If I'm using a Bootstrap 4 version, that gets that appearance. I will show you one other point. So here, observe carefully. This is, we are linking the latest Bootstrap 5. We will go to the official website here, getbootstrap.com. And in that Bootstrap, you see this is Bootstrap 6 version is there. In the download, you will get here. The version right side corner, it is 5. Go to 6 version, 4.6 version, 4.6 version. And here, copy this CDN. This is the CDN of 4.6, old version. And go here and remove this link. So, and if I remove that link, that means now Bootstrap effects are not working for our page. It's not working for our page. I will link that old version CDN. This is the old version CDN. We have to paste that link here. We are accessing the old version CDN of Bootstrap, and I am using the same card deck. You see, it will arrange side by side. By default, it is flexible. It is by default flexible. This is old version. And we don't need to do much with that. But now in the latest versions, according to their, means in the latest Bootstrap 5, because they have issues with other designs, what they have done is they said that, so okay, now you should not use this card deck for a grid style. Always wrap your contents in the rows and columns combination. Row column container. That means you add row columns and based on that define them. So this is, that means arrange in grid. In the new version of Bootstrap, so if I use the new version of Bootstrap here, so link relation style sheet and href is equal to, and that also you can get from CDN, but already we downloaded, so we will use Bootstrap, this CSS. This is 5 Bootstrap. In 5 Bootstrap, card deck is not there. That means it's dropped now. It's no longer used and no longer configured. Actually, how you can arrange into rows columns, that means actual this container uses the option. So that means we have to use the option row and we have to define calls. How many columns? Suppose 2 columns. So that means row columns 2. So this will define 2 columns and we have to arrange in row column also. We need to use the option row column also. So that means what we have to do is, so more responsiveness you can get that by arranging in row and column, both combination. Even if I define 2 or 3 or 4 combination here, so the content will not be arranged in that way, because you know that you need to arrange in row and column. That means, so main content must be in row. If main content is in the row, so, and in the row 2 cards are present. In the row 2 cards are present. And you have to tell the columns, in which column, which content, another content. That means for the cards, we need to arrange the column also. Directly, if I say this should be in call, so this should be in call, how much it should occupy call 2 or something. So it should be 2 columns occupied. Another one is suppose I defined the card. This is this way. Now in the latest versions, they recommend this. They recommend this. So they are not recommending. They are not recommending the card deck anymore. The card deck is outdated for the latest version. Old version directly card deck used to work. Now they ask to arrange your information in rows and columns. They removed that option. So better here, I will give that as so deprecated. Deprecated means so obsolete. Obsolete means no longer in use. No longer in use. So from 5 version. So what we have to do is so better so use row and column call classes for responsive cards. That's use row and column classes for responsive cards. Earlier I showed you already, in the old version we can directly keep a card deck. It will arrange everything into that. So we better use these options. Now depending on how much width you want, because you know that maximum you can arrange the columns up to 12. So suppose I said this is 3 and this is also 3, that means that is the column arranged. And if I don't use that 3, just use call and just use call, that means I don't define the number, then they will spread and fit accordingly. Means how many elements are there, they will be added accordingly. So that is basically how we design. And for example, so margin suppose 2 for every card I designed here, some space you will get in every direction you will get. So for every card, you can use margin 2 or margin 4 something, and some space will adjust for that. That means the space between the contents you can organize. And images you can keep anywhere. So images you can keep anywhere. Suppose I will keep this as call as 3 and here also call as 3. So row and columns. Copy this and put a third card here. And in this card, I am giving as a title as a shirt. So some 20% off on the shirt. In the card body, the price and other details we are displaying, but image we are not keeping in the card body. Image we are keeping above the header. So when you keep that here, for this you can add a class called card image top. Card image top. So that is used to add the images at the top. It will fit accordingly. So you can change the image now. Here this image is like shirt.jpg and it will keep it in this way. It's your wish according to your requirement. You can you can keep at the top, you can keep at the bottom, or you can keep behind overlay. Above, behind you can add. So here we have an option like overlay. So it will keep on the top of other contents. So that is not suitable every time. So here I defined as top. So top keeps at the top and keeps there. And content in the card body, card header, anything if you want center, you can use text center. Rest of effects, everything you can change. Actually for images, we also use the options like classes, like we have border. So border, so a border, how many pixels you want. So we can keep background colors, and BG, we can add them. Actually, image have separate classes like IMG fluid, IMG thumbnail, but they will not fit. If I give IMG fluid or thumbnail for card, like they will fit according to the size. They may disturb the rest of alignments also. For images, we can use IMG fluid. I can use IMG thumbnail for image. It will give a thumbnail like appearance. You can see only that image will be separated like that. So that kind of appearances you can give for them. So this is required, especially when you are dealing with different images. All contents can be top, all can be bottom or left, right, alignments, everything your wish. You can even change the color. So that means in the card header, so BG dark. So that means the card header will be like dark. We can change the options like primary, and we can change the text color. Anything you can manage. You can change the effect for entire card also. So that means BG primary, it will affect the entire card, your wish, according to your requirement, colors and all. But what's new thing you need to observe here is keep all your cards now in rows and columns. Don't use card decks, and card deck will not work from the new versions. So this is one new concept. So this is one deprecated one. That means the options changed, right? So this is card related option. Let me give you this example here. And yeah, this is the new example. That is an example for the Bootstrap 5 card, how we can use the cards, right? And generally, when you are defining the card, so you can use these cards in various locations now, like collapse. I will show you accordion, collapse, other options are there. We will see that we can manage them. Next option here, we need to know about how to work with simple options. Like we have options like badges, we have like badges, breadcrumbs, badges, card, carousels, collapses. These are new, some changes are made. Actually, badges in Bootstrap 5, all these are Bootstrap 5. And in this badges, so usually the classes used for the badges. So what are the classes used for the badges? Generally, badges related classes, we have badge color. So earlier we need to have badge colors like badge, danger, badge, all these. So now recently they have changed some options here. Earlier we have some badge related separate classes like badge, primary, secondary. Now they say that don't use this primary, secondary anymore. Use badge and use BG, primary, BG, background. No more badge, primary, badge, danger like that. Earlier we used to have this. Earlier we have an option called badge pill and all. Now they say that you don't use any badge pills. You have an option called a class called rounded pill. So these are the new options. A rounded pill like classes you can use. Actually, when you are using for images also, generally when you are dealing with images also, so this is the class, and you have a class rounded. So that means suppose the rounded some 4 points I am giving here, rounded circle I am giving. You can give points or circle. Rounded circle, so that means it has to give that appearance as a round, and that rounded circle requires actually border. Border requires border size also. That means a border will come, border color we need. So border like danger, and you can see the border danger circle will come. Like this, earlier we have border, rounded and all these options. They given a universal option for that now. So that is the reason these rounded circles are the new classes which you can directly apply to your badges. So I will show you. So we will see that in the badge option, how we can design the badges. Some changes, drastic changes happened here. And what are the changes in the badges? How you can define the badges? Generally, these badges are very much required for notifications and all such things to display. For example, let's see. I will add a new file here. So badge.html. And in this, so what's the options? Doc type, HTML head, and the title is badge. Okay. And in the body section, so class as container fluid. Okay. And in the head, I will link relation is equal to style sheet. So href, and that is node modules bootstrap.css. I will link another relation is style sheet, and the href is some fonts css all.css. That is font awesome. And here we will keep some button, and here I will add as class as btn primary, and here I will give a simple span. Suppose say new mails, I will keep a here new mails. Yeah, so span, so class is equal to fa and fa email, email or envelope, like mail bulk option also is there. This is actually general button here, envelope. Okay, this is the button here. And what happens here is some notifications like content we need to display actually. So I will keep this in a div. Just to keep the margin here, I'm adding class as margin top 4. Let's keep this little down. Okay. And here generally what we do is, so we generally add here a span. After that we will put a span. After new mails word, we are keeping a span, and we put here as 4 are there, 4 new mails are there. So that is 4. I want to keep it separated, look like. Then we generally have an habit of defining this as a class called badge. We can use the class as badge. So badge will have a separate appearance. For that we need to use colors. Earlier we used to have badge primary, badge secondary. So in the new version, so we have to use the class badge and bg, so bg primary, secondary, bg primary and other, so etc we have to use. And no more options like badge primary and all. So badge primary and all, no more options like that. We use bg primary. Earlier we have badge primary, and so rounded pill like this. So rounded pill, rounded circle. So no more options like badge pill. Earlier we used to have badge pill, and no more badged pill like options. That is rounded. We need to configure that rounded. So we can add some color for that. So for example, for this badge, so bg some light or warning. Yeah, warning, and you can see that it will come like this, a separated one. So bg like danger, so dark, and it will get like this. We can keep that with an option like rounded circle. Rounded circle, it will come like a rounded circle. And the important is generally, so pills means flattened will come. We can use the options like rounded pill. So that means we can use rounded pill. We can use like rounded circle. So you can keep rounded by specified direction also, we can keep that. So that is very much used for that. And very important is now, generally, if you want to keep, so right side top corner, tell me how to do that. Right side top corner, then what attributes I need to add extra? So right side top corner, if I want to display, so then how to define? Right side top corner. How we can do that? Badges. I want the badge to display right side corner. Then can I use positioner? Can I use positioner? Right? Yeah. Position is required now. Only start stop is enough. Start end is enough. Start top is enough. You need to keep now. So that means, suppose I said like this is like a rounded pill, and keep like +4 are there. That means you see that +4 options are there. And I need to keep somewhere at the top. So then how you can keep that position actually for that particular one is generally, so for this class, already it is a badge to display here. So that means the transformations, positions, we need to change them. So I can use position absolute position, and I say top 0, start as 100, and I defined as some translate middle, and appearance. So we need to keep some more options to change. What else you can do? That means that's the general one. Suppose I say start 100 positions, so we need to keep them position absolute or position relative. Which one we have to use them? So relative position means with regard to this. And the start I defined as 0. So that means start 0 means it will display there. And top also I defined 0. So that means suppose I said some 50, start 50, it will be outside like this. So start 0, it will be in the beginning here. Position relative is coming here. So position absolute means it is not related to the content, that comes somewhere here. Now how you can change its position now? Have you practiced this? Have you practiced these positions? Actually, combinations must be there. Very important is combination. So see, the point is, actually we need to make sure that your button is a container for this span. That means the position of the button is also very important. That means if you keep the position for the button as relative, that means button will be relative. Now top here will be there. Now we can change the position of this span. Start I defined as 100. Then it will be like relative position. You can keep at the relative position. So that means I can add like translate middle like this. It will keep in this way. Understood? Combinations are very much important. That means you cannot simply depend on the option of only the span placement. You have to keep your button because it has to work with button and span. That means it should be relative. Button should be relative and the content inside it will be relative now. And content inside it you can keep at the position absolute. That means absolute means now what will happen? This will be absolute position to this relative position, button relative position. Otherwise, without button, it will go somewhere right side corner, top button. So button position relative means it keeps everything inside it relative. It keeps everything inside it relative. That's how we need to design, So we can keep any icons, options anywhere. So we can add some options and define them. We can add some colors. You can add some values. So these are generally very commonly used options. How many mails are there? How many calls are there? So that means, for example, suppose you have a button, have another button. So the position is relative. So here you say, so notifications, and here I say bell. And here we have the notifications, like 2 notifications are present. And that is the appearance, how it keeps. So placement where you want to keep your content. This button is immediately after that. So you can change its location. Suppose I said as margin left. So margin left. So margin you give as some 4 or 5. It will keep the distance and display. This is how you keep the content relative, the positions, and display them. Badges are used for this kind of options. And some changes are made in the badges actually. Some changes are made in the badges. The changes in the badges are nothing but, so earlier we used to have a badge related pill and options, which we now change by using rounded pill and options. Right. So this is a new example for the badge. And placements also important. So you have to use only badge. Rest of all options are additionally used options. So just example, only these attributes in the badge. So, and how to keep the content relative. That's also very important for keeping all the information in a proper placement. Now these are how we can design the option. Now one more means so many options are there. Now another option is how we can design. So forms, how we can design the forms, input groups, and how to configure them. Actually, so for the forms, so many classes are important. Designing forms is very important. So Bootstrap, so forms in Bootstrap 5. Okay. Now, earlier for forms, we have few options designing the forms. So now we need to go with some more new, just placement related new things happened there. Generally, to display the forms and the form options, earlier we used to have the classes like form groups. We need to use the options like form groups. So we now use the margins. Actually, earlier for forms, we have like form group, form control. So we have like form control input, control range. So like form control file. So form control check. These are enough actually for designing a form. But as I told you that now the new concepts, they always prefer us to define with responsive designs, alignments and all these, keep them responsive. So they don't recommend this form group anymore. Actually, form group can keep the distance between all the contents. Now they say that use margin top, margin bottom. So those are enough for keeping all your contents in a perfect way. Earlier, we have to use a lot of form related options. So form related options. Now we have to just use these simple features. Like I will show you old version of that and the new version of this. Let's see. why I am switching between old and new versions? Because you are learning very latest version of Bootstrap and it is not used anywhere in the companies. So they will be using old version only. Then you will face a lot of problem if you don't know the difference, what happened. So that's the reason so many drastic changes they made, so related to the functionalities also. And several options they removed and they are no longer in use. That's the reason we need to know the difference between them. I already uploaded you the old documentation of Bootstrap, and every day what I am explaining in the class, I will upload, because these are the new concepts, changes made into them. So now let's go here. So we will add forms, okay. In this, generally, doc type HTML head and the title form. I will tell you the basic thing here. So in the body, so we have a div. So this is a heading saying that registered. And in the div, we have to use the option label. Label is username, and we have a text box, a div. Inside the div, we have text box. So input type text. So input type text. So we have to write like this. Input type is equal to text. We used to write like this. So another control means div and a label password. This is the old style, and we keep a div and input type is equal to password. This is old style, and what you will see here is and a div button. So register, and the class is BTN and BTN primary. What you will observe here is all look one below another only. Say, look one below another only. And I will go to the official website here, getbootstrap.com. Okay. And let's go into the download, select the old version of Bootstrap and old version, right? And copy this link and keep in the head section. This is old Bootstrap. And now in that we have class container fluid. Okay. And still you see the appearance is like this. We want some distance between every group, like username one group, password another group, button group. Earlier version, we used to define simply class as form group. So form group, we have form group, and every category will have a form group. So every category is having a class called form group. This keeps the alignments perfect. That means one group and second group, some space will be correctly managed here. So that is how we need to do in the early version. We need to configure in that. This is old version. And not only that, for labels, we don't have a special class. So we just use other styles for the labels. We don't have any special class. But what here in the new version they done is, so form group. So form group removed and recommended to use margins. So form group removed and recommended to use margins. And for labels, label have a new option. So new class, actually label have a new class, form label. Form label is the new for the labels. So that is one option. Controls, I will tell you. That means what are the options? That means in the latest version, I will remove the old Bootstrap now. Old Bootstrap is removed. It's normal now. Put the new Bootstrap. Link relation is equal to style sheet. style sheet, and href is equal to node modules bootstrap css bootstrap.css. In the new version bootstrap, form group is not working. This form group is not working. Then they recommend this to define with margin bottom 3. So here also I will give margin bottom 3. So that means bottom below that. So and every have a margin bottom 3. If you try to keep anything below that, so that means that keeps the margins correctly. This is the recommended one in the new versions. So earlier we have to use form group. Now they ask to design everything by using margin. So the new option is margin. And what you do is here for labels, we have a class called form label. Form label is the class used for labels. For labels, we use form label for username, password, and form label. So you see some space adjusted for the label and the content. That keeps everything good appearances. And for general input controls, that means general text boxes, passwords, what you can do is, so you can use simple form options. Like what you can do here is you can define form control. That means other classes. So form control classes. We have form control. So that is one class. And generally when you are defining earlier for files and all, when you are displaying files and all, form control is used for, you can use for text, you can use for email, you can use for URL, you can use for password, you can use for number, you can use for don't use for range, and you can use for even select input, select elements also you can use them. But when you are dealing with file inputs, so earlier we have to use a separate option, file input. So we don't use the option file input anymore. So, and for color, they introduced an option. So that is, form, we have a form control, and form, along with form control, you can use form control color. That is for color picker. This is for color picker, So for color picker, we use that option and display that. Right. So that is one option here, and that is generally defined. These are the basic changes in the general form options. Radios checkboxes, I will tell you, and you can use a class disabled for disabled. You can use for disable. For select element also, generally for select element, they introduced a new option. Form control is no longer recommended for select. Already this is deprecated now. So that means here I will write in a separate option. So form select, we have form select for drop down. So for drop down. So for drop down, you have to use form select. Earlier, we have to use a form control only. Old version uses form control only. This uses form select. And for size, you can use like form select SM for small, LG for large, like that you can define. For list boxes also same, form select, drop down and list boxes are same. You can use the same for them. So generally for defining the options. First, I will show you up to this part, then some more options we can do. That means in this now, I need to keep a good appearance for this text boxes. Then generally what we do is here we use the class for text box class is form control. And password also suitable class is form control. Form control is the text box and passwords. Now you can see that looks like this. It depends on how much width you have, right? That means if your main div, which contains all this form, suppose I will copy that and keep in a div. Okay. So this div, so have a class. So you can use a row column. So width is some 25. Then accordingly it will come. And how to display as block register button? I already told you now how to display as block register button. That means it should fit the width. What attribute is used for that? Earlier we have to use btn block. In the new version, what to do? If I want to fit it the window, what to do? What to do to fit the window? So which option we have to manage for that? So directly for this button, I have to use dblocker, display blocker, dblock for the button, or I need to keep in any container. I hope you are not practicing. I showed you an example also. I told you now how to keep button blocked, fit. Earlier we have to use btn block. I told you a change now. So what change we have to do? What change we have to do? No idea. What we discussed about block buttons, no practicing. Yeah, display grid, display grid, flexible. Those are the options we need to define, right? That means you have to keep this. Suppose I said, so D grid, display grid. And when I say display grid, it will fit accordingly. Practice, man, what you are doing, right? So all you people do the practice of all the contents, what you have learned, because Bootstrap is very important in designing, right? If you are not good in Bootstrap, you cannot design good websites. You need to be very strong. And now you are learning very latest version of that. So many changes are happening now. You need to be very much aware of these changes also. Right. Okay. So that makes good form interface for us, right? Now, generally for drop downs, we need to manage. Suppose another div I am giving here. So, and we have to just put a class as MB3. Okay. In this, we have a label. So the class as form label. And here we define as select city. And we need to keep a drop down here. So input type is equal to not input type, select. And we have an option. So Delhi, Hyderabad, like this. And what is the best option for that? Generally, drop down looks normal. And here we need to use the class as form select is the new one. That will give the drop down also good appearance here. Now your forms will be better. Remember, you can keep your forms in the model. That means in the previous, now we designed a model. You can use all this for this model. And we can keep everything for the model, right? So for drop downs, so these options are used. This is for drop down. And for checkboxes and radio buttons, usually checkboxes and radio buttons when you are using, you have the classes like, so form check input. We have like form check input, and you have like form check label. That is for labels for checkboxes. Label for checkboxes. And very recently, a pseudo class is defined for that. One more pseudo class I will show you. Selection, intermediate selection, and checkboxes are displayed. So checked property is normal. So checked property is normal. Right. And we can add some JavaScript option also that I will tell you, but with the JavaScript. These two input cell input check, these two for radio and checkbox. For radio and checkboxes, use them. These are the options you have to use for radio and checkboxes. And recently, in the latest technology, latest user interfaces, this is new. We have form switches instead of radios and checkboxes. We have a form switch. And actually, it is used with checkbox and radio combination only. It is used with checkbox and radio combination only. So, but we have to, so use means display appearance, we have to use form switches. Form switch, and we have to use form check. This is very new into Bootstrap interface that makes a good appearance for your radios and checkboxes. For example, see here, form switch is new into UI actually, user interface. So for example, because modern day, we use these kind of things very much. I will keep a div. So first I will show you here class as MB3. Suppose you are giving a label as class. So here I will just give a simple label. Label is like select a gender or something like that. So that is form label. Class is equal to form label. And you say gender. And here we have the options. So that means gender, we are giving input in div. So we have to give here. So input type is equal to radio. Okay. You know that radio should have a name common. Gender is the name. And generally, when you are designing individually radio buttons, then better what we have to do is you have to keep, so for this radio button, so as class as form check input you have to define form check input. After that, so we have a label here because radio buttons will have a text beside it. We have to use form check label. This is form check label. That is form check label. This is one option. Similarly, I have to define another. You can put beside or below. I'm using another. This is saying male. This is saying male like this. And another one, this is like female. Okay, that's the option. Usually this will give the radio buttons like this. And you know that one option you can keep as checked, right? So then by default, it will be like checked. It will give that appearance for radio buttons good. So that is radio button appearance. For radio checkbox, for both of them, you have to use the same one. You have to use the same option. So these days you have other options also, switches. These are used mostly for checkboxes. Switches are present. That means, for example, I will add another div. So in class is equal to MB3. And here I defined as a label. And here I said, so choose courses. And here I'm adding a div. And this div uses a class as form check. Yeah. And you have to add form switch, actually form check and form switch. In that we have input type is equal to checkbox. User can check and uncheck. Checkboxes means user can check and uncheck. Now what you do is, for this we have to use the class called form check input. Form check input is the same for everyone. So form check input is for radio and checkboxes, and label. So form check label. So we have to use label, and here it uses the class form check label. So we are using form check label. Now generally here we kept in a switch, form check switch. And what you do is, here we write an option label write an option as suppose Java, something like this. That is one switch I designed. I copied another switch here, form switch, and this is like .NET. So like .NET, like this. And you see here, generally the form switches will be like this. You see the switches, and we can select this. These are new now. These are new. This is checkboxes are used like this now. We can keep the property checked also, like on or off. So we need checkboxes in this way. These are checkboxes. For checkboxes, we can use this technique. And that is nothing but checkbox checked or unchecked, actually. Checked or unchecked. So we can keep that checked or unchecked and define them. So generally that is used for that, right? So when you are dealing with checkboxes and radios, these are the basic options. So this is new, and you will see these regularly in several websites nowadays, right? These are switches actually. In early Bootstrap version, we don't have. That means if you see, checkbox can have a property, input type checkbox. You kept in form switch actually. So if it is having checked, that means Java is checked. That means by default Java will be selected. You can keep any option like that. So that means I added, you can put in an unordered list. So that will be better. So list items. So, and you can keep them. So suppose I say full stack. So, and you see these are all the options. And I want one checked. That means I keep the checked property. For that it will give it. This is the switch. So, and we have that switch to define for that. That is for radios and checkboxes. So for checkbox, this is the new option. But radio, you cannot use that because already you know radios will not allow other concept. Radio will allow only on and off, and with mutex, because if there is another radio, then only first radio will be deselected. Radios will not allow to deselect. I already told you that. Due to that, you cannot use those options, huh? Right? This is one option for how you can configure these courses. Okay, this is one. All together, I will give another option. This switch is new, and this switch is used for. We can say this is for toggle switch. So toggle switch. So we use the toggle switch, and for range also, they have introduced a new option, form range. This is for input type range. Earlier we have form control range. So now they have given a simple range option for that. Only that change. Rest of option it looks similar. Nothing change. Now you can see that range also. I will add one more option. So let's add a div and a class as MB3, bottom 3. And here I will keep, so as a label, I will keep as suppose select a price range. But values will not be displayed. Already we know that input type is equal to range. And here this is the new option class as a form label. That is the new class form label. That is the new form label. And the range, we have the class as form range. Form range is the new. Form range option is the new option. And minimum, maximum values all are same. No change in that. So you don't need to worry about that. Rest of options are same. Min, max, how you define. The range picker will change now. You see this range picker will come. Now this is little bit attractive in your Bootstrap. Earlier Bootstrap don't have such effective design. So old versions don't have these form switches and all. The new version contains these options. We can do better. But the value, how to capture, how to display, that depends on whether you are writing JavaScript and jQuery for that or not, right? For that we need to write. That is generally how you configure the form. Now in the form, so we have this general presentation of the controls. Buttons, radios, checkboxes, drop downs, passwords, text boxes, and text area also you can use form control only. This is form select. These are form check. These are form switches. So form checkboxes only switches. This is form range. For file also same concept. That means if you want to define for file, so form control is enough for file. Earlier we have a separate option, but form control is enough for file. That means, for example, I will add one more here. So I will say upload photo. Upload photo. And here input type is equal to file. And for that we have a class called. So actually earlier we have a separate class. Now we have form control only. There is no for file. So we have to use just form control. Form control. So that is for file picker. So that is for the file picker. You can see choose file option will be there. Upload photo, that will be displayed. And any control. So when you are keeping any control. So any control. So yeah. Any control if you are displaying here, generally like file or range or any control when you are displaying, we can also keep them side by side. That is input group. I will tell you how to manage. And all the controls attributes no change, but according to attribute their appearance will change. For example, suppose I said text box. So a text box or drop down. Suppose I added disabled attribute. Then see according to disable attribute. So you see disable have a separate option now. You see the appearance, background gray color. Earlier we written such styles manually, but it will get that appearance and it will display the appearance. So this is basically how you design and how you configure the appearance for the contents. So now this is input form controls related new options, and you can design the form in this way. And so many changes they have made in the forms concept. That is the reason I have to discuss all these separately first. And this is the example up to the context of how we can use the forms. Yeah, all these options designed and configured into that. And remember, this you can keep in a model anywhere you are creating a form, then you have to use this basic approach. For example, this is a lengthy form we designed. Suppose I will copy this entire form, means along with the buttons and all, I copy that. I will copy that entire form area. So whatever is designed, I copy that form area. And what I will do is I will take you to the model example that we designed. In the registration model, so in the register model, in the body section, you see some model body. I will remove this data list, and model body, I will keep that code, entire form related code. I will keep that entire form related code here. Now I will open that file here. So open that file here. That means open this model file here. This is the model file. I click on register, and this is the form now. This is the form. And you can make the form fit accordingly. So that means you don't need this actually margin to define width. So W100, it will fit to the width. W100, it will fit to the width. Now it looks a better form. In the model, I am adding the form and designing the form. And all the options are same. So all the options are same. So all the features here are same. So the point here is, so we can make the forms more better. Now, because the register button is there, I don't need a register button at the bottom. Because in the footer, we have that register button. I don't need this button. So at the footer, we can keep that. That means I will cut it from here, and here in the footer, I am keeping it. Then the register button in the form will display like this now. Right. The footer, so this display grid and everything we have to keep according to the content. That means because you kept in the footer, suppose I said display grid for the footer, then according to that, it should display. Width, height also you need to adjust. All you cannot display in the same. You know that rest of the options, how we can design for that, display and configure them. The point is the forms, the new options makes more effectiveness for your forms. Now, many times we want the forms inline, side by side. For that, we have an option called input group. Input group is used to keep the options side by side. That means generally forms we don't want one below another, side by side we want to keep, and content should look like combined. For example, see here. So let's open some Amazon, and you see in Amazon, this is a form, but this looks like the controls are combined in the form. Many times people who don't know the technique behind this, so they will ask here, right? So they will ask here. Here, every day. Somebody have a question. He want to eat. He's very hungry. Let's tell him to wait. Okay. Now you see here in this, we have this category, we have this text box, we have this search button, right? Now, these kind of forms are, many people who don't know the technique, they ask like, sir, how to put a search button inside text box? Actually, this is not a search button inside text box. This is not a search button inside text box. Actually, it is a search button attached to text box. So many people who don't know this technique, what is there behind it, they simply ask like, so how to put a search button inside text box? That is not search button inside text box. Actually, we call this mechanism input group. In input group, also some changes are made. Some changes are made. And this input group allows us to combine the contents to left or right and define the content accordingly. We have latest now input group. So we can use that input group. So for example, that means new options are added. New options are added. So I will show you how we can use that input group. In the earlier concept, input group have to use, that means input group have some changes. Input group in Bootstrap, yeah. Input group have some options like, so like input group append, prepend, like options are there, which in the old versions notes you will have that. But now they have simple new classes like input group. Input group is one class, like input group text is another class. Input group and input group text, these are the combinations, and that is enough. So with these combinations we can design the input groups, and we can have small, large sizes by using input group SM, input group LG. We can use those options there. And input groups are very important because they can keep showing your content look like a combined one. So that is the option here. That means you can use an input group to keep the content in a combined way, right? Like suppose see, that is the new option added into the forms actually. I'll say we call them as input group. So in the head section, I'm defining this doc type HTML head, and the title as input group. And here we have the body section, and we are having the class as container fluid. And here we are defining the heading as input group. Okay, so and here we keep a div. In the div, I'm adding a span. So in that, so I will put a class, something like name or some option like, or put a text box here. Input type is equal to text. Okay, and here class will have like form control. We have like form control. Form control is the class. And usually it looks like this. So that is the form control. So we have to link the style sheet, and it will look like this. That is the form control. Beside that, if I put a button, so if I keep a button, so class is BTN. So BTN danger, or say warning. Suppose I say search like this. Later Font Awesome will keep the search symbol icon there. That means if I link the Font Awesome, link relation is equal to style sheet, href is equal to fonts in that CSS all.css. Then here I can keep a span. So class is equal to FA and FA search, and it will keep a search button there. Usually they look one below another. So generally, so for this, I will, for the div which contains both of them, I'm giving a class called input group. Input group will give like this. It's combined. That's finished. Simple. It's simple. Earlier, we have to use an option like append, prepend, right side, left side. For example, suppose I kept here, before the text box, we have a select. And select have a class that is, so now the new class is form select. You have this form select. And we have an option like all. So we have an option like, so electronics, so like this, so or say footwear. So some options are there. Now we kept in an input group, then it looks like combined. You can adjust the size. We can keep the height, width. We can use the size for that. You can define how much width and height you want. We can configure. Depending on the size, it will display the content. That means how much you can arrange even in the columns also. That keeps the content accordingly. So that means, for example, I say for this class, so for this I'm adding as input group text. Input group text for that drop down. It looks like this now. We can adjust the width, we can configure it and display. These type of options are very common now. These type of options are very common. And earlier we have to use a lot of options for that. Like earlier we have to use prepend, append like that. Now we don't need to do all of them. Simply just we have to keep an input group and we need to keep the control where you want, above, below. Everything should be kept in input group. I will show you some more concepts how we can manage them. Actually, if I don't use the form select here and just use input group text, then it will display like this. Because form control will keep the width. If I don't use form control, so then just so form select, then it will be like this. That's how you saw in the Amazon now. It will keep the content accordingly and display. So this type of appearance is there now in this box. All right, so we can have a border for that, keep it inside it. So, but now this is what we can design. So in our input group, we can design like that. This is the new option. Earlier we have a lot of other options also, but this is new option in input group. Just these are the options. Earlier we have input group, append, prepend like that. We don't need to do that now. Just keep left side, keep right side, automatically they will attach. You can add so many like that. This is input group. Now some more options are there like validations, vertical layout, horizontal layouts, grid style appearances for the forms. That we will see in our next session. Tomorrow we will discuss about that.